Hello? Pop culture and pretty things.
Hey there, pretty girls. Welcome back to Pop Culture and Pretty Things, the space where self-care meets hot takes, beauty blends, and brains. And we always keep it real about the trends, the tea, and the truth. I'm Ivy.
I'm Liz.
And I'm a Botch.
And today's episode is our season finale special. We've got JJ Lutz in the building, aka the man, the myth, the legend, and we're asking all the juicy questions that you've been dying to know. Plus, we're talking red flags and green flags, men are from Mars and women being from Venus, the messy world of modern love, and a catching case that is definitely worth catching. So grab your bev, get comfy, and let's dive into it.
So how are y'all doing today?
I'm good. That intro was just stunning.
The
Never
man.
been more fired up for a podcast about
The man, the myth, the legend.
The legend.
How does it
I
feel?
appreciate it. Yeah, it just feels such an honor to be on the Pretty Things podcast. I think when I first started my content creation, I didn't expect to get here, but just so happy I did. So.
I think low-key,
MRU
you are like
legends.
one of the reasons why MRU is starting to have so many different people like going out and actually seeing what's going on in the school, talk about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
I hope so. I love to be an advocate for MRU and promote it because I do really like the school, and I hope that I can be a positive influence on school and that thing.
Absolutely.
You do. You bring more light to our school.
Yeah.
Because before you, I didn't see no MRU content on
That's
before you did.
why I did it.
Yeah.
Because no one had done it before. Like, I researched it before. I saw like a high school video some guy doing, and I was like, this is kind of funny. No one's done MRU. Let's give it a go. And
Yeah.
took it and ran with it.
yeah, exactly.
Period.
First video I ever posted
Successful
blew up and
now.
kept it going. And it was also like I wasn't very good at talking to people, so I kind of pushed myself to.
Really, you not good at talking.
Right?
No,
That's a
and
shocker.
We will get to
No.
that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk
Okay.
on that.
Oh God.
But Ivy, you have a caller?
I do. We do have a caller with a little dilemma. Let's hear it.
This is the Hot Take Hotline, where the hottest takes are brought to life. What do you need us to know? Leave a message after the tone.
Hi, so I have a friend and he has this weird little situation going on in his relationship where him and his girl are long distance, but anytime she comes back home to the city, they're like, he says they're low-key official, and then when she's back at like wherever she's at, he's like, oh, they're not dating. So I don't really know what's going on there, but he still claims that he has a girlfriend, but he acts single. And he still does a bunch of weird stuff on the side, so.
That's an interesting one,
Is
guys.
that like not the definition of situationship?
That's
I know,
literally
right?
what it
I'm
is.
just like, bro, just say you're not.
So when she's
Say you're
here,
not.
they're together, and then when she's gone, they're not.
So does she know that
Would you
they're...
ladies ever do long distance?
Y'all go
It
first.
depends. Like, let's say it would have to be like we lived in the same city when we started dating, and then you move away. It can't be like
If
I
we're
don't
starting
know.
across the seven seas,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it,
I'm not
bro.
doing it.
I'm not freaking Christopher Columbus.
Literally.
Like, no.
Would you?
Probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, it'd be the same as you, where like we'd have to be together before they take off. and
Yeah,
See if it's worth it. But I'm a snuggles guy, so
for real.
Snuggles guy?
yeah, like physical touch. Like,
Oh, you gotta help him, like, right up
Yeah.
exactly. No,
Okay, I got you.
For a hug.
No, I'm sorry. Situationships, I just don't get it. It's
Yeah.
like, you're claiming, you're like, yeah, I'm not with someone.
They're
you're
wasting each other's time.
You're giving them boyfriend-girlfriend treatment.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't mess with
And
that.
then what? You're like allowed to just go do your own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
But it's so common now. Like,
It
think about it.
is.
Who, like, you probably have a friend that has a roster, right? Maybe.
No comment.
no comment. You're
comment.
not trying
You're
to
saying
expose
that.
them.
Like, there's so many people I know,
Yeah.
they have, like, rosters.
Exactly.
And they're like, that's my
Backups.
babe, that's my babe, that's my boo. I don't want any of you. Like, it's like, it's not really the thing, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about it, Ivy, when you're hearing it?
Personally, I feel like he's kind of crazy because that's like, I feel like that's so disrespectful to the girl. Unless like they both know about it and they're both okay with it, it's just weird because why is he lying about it? Like,
But
does she
he
know that
also
they're not
said-
official the whole time?
Yeah. But he also said that when the girl goes over there, she also does her own thing.
Oh.
So, like, they're both just not serious.
That's a fling.
Yeah, that's honestly a
Yeah.
fling. That's not serious. Like, you wouldn't commit to that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't know.
Both parties gotta know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, yeah, just in general, situationships, that type of stuff are more common. right? But then, because like it's like with situationships, it's usually like one person is aware of it,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Like
true.
they have those feelings, and the other person does not care at all.
They gonna hit you up whenever.
You're like, what? I thought we were just friends,
3
right?
a.m. going, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can I see you? Like, for what?
Yeah, exactly.
But
Like,
what?
aren't you with the other guy right now?
Yeah. But what's the guy even asking us for advice for? Is he just like letting us know that it happened?
Yeah, I think he's just asking for advice as to like what to do as a friend in that kind of situation. Like his friend is doing all these activities. Like, should he just sit idly by, just like let it happen, or should he talk to him about it? Like, what do we think? What should we tell him?
Honestly, if both parties agree and they know like they're seeing other people when they're not in the same city, then I don't think there's not much he really can do.
Yeah,
My guy JJ.
that point.
If you had your friend, right? He has a girl. It's not really. It's like casual, and you can tell the girl is not like having that
Into him.
or doesn't even know. Would you tell him to tone it down or what?
Like if he was the guy in the situation.
Yeah, guy in
Yeah.
the situation.
I feel bad for her.
yeah.
You know, because he's kind of like based off the situation we're learning about. He's kind of using her, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably be like, "Do you understand what you're doing? You're a bit of a man whore."
Ooh, man whore.
So,
Man
I like
whore.
things like that, but no, most of my friends aren't like that. So
That's good.
That's good.
yeah, exactly.
That's good. That means you're not a man whore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because if you hang out around them,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Top, what's it called? Top 5 people.
Yeah,
They
you
end
can-
up being who you are, basically.
Influence your
Yeah.
personality in your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, that one, interesting one. Hopefully, Buddy gets that sorted out.
yeah.
Something's going on there.
We're
Fingers
20,
crossed.
have fun.
I know. You are 20. You are 20.
Yeah.
I'm not. I ain't. I'm a child here.
Youngin.
But yeah, so okay, now we gotta take a look at you. We already called you
On
the
the spot.
man, on the spot. Yeah,
I like it.
Spot.
you, the man, the myth, the legend, John Quantavius.
You got it.
John, okay.
did your
Oh,
homework.
thank God. Because no, literally, this whole morning, I was
Practicing.
practicing. I was like,
Oh.
I was like, that is not a real name. I was like, thank God your name is also go JJ Lutz.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like,
It's Lutz, by the way.
oh, Lutz.
Yeah.
Lutz.
Nah, it's okay. I'm not offended though.
Lutz. Oh, is that like your last name?
Yeah, it is. JJ Lutz is my name.
Oh, JJ something Jr.?
JJ Lutz. Like JJ is my first name and my middle name my last name. I don't reveal it. I don't reveal it.
You're a
Yeah,
man with
too
many
personal.
secrets.
He's a secret.
John Quantavius is my first name. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't see her face at first, but I heard the name and I was like, that is the name of some African American.
Literally, that's a black guy.
That's a black guy name.
I was like,
I've researched
shocked.
it before, and
Yeah.
like I've searched up the name.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, are people gonna think I'm racist or something? But it literally is just a random name.
No, it was actually hilarious though.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a good, it's a character name. I like it because then on social
Nah,
media,
you're
like,
good.
people follow creators that have like characters.
Yeah.
So,
Like they have a little shtick with them, right?
Yeah.
Like you got the glasses, right?
yeah, I was at my first year was at Emory Carnival. We were doing them out for free, and the first video I did, I like threw them on, threw a hoodie over the
Yeah.
top because I was nervous, so I was like hiding my face when I was doing it. But yeah, I've stuck with it. It's worked.
Period. That's good.
It's worked really well.
Trademark.
But okay, you mentioned you are like introverted, like you don't talk much.
No, I
like,
used to be.
used
Oh,
to be.
okay.
I've always been an extrovert. The confidence just wasn't there. So the videos actually helped me get more out there.
That's
and,
good.
You know, rejection therapy, all that lovely.
Yeah.
You're like you gotta get.
Does it actually work, rejection therapy?
Yes.
I need to
test
try
that out
it.
later?
You get
Yeah.
comfortable with people saying no.
Yeah.
I also work retail, so I ask customers for help every day,
Okay.
and we have rewards programs and stuff that I offer to them. I get rejected all the time. You just
Okay.
gotta part of life. And when I do interviews on the campus,
Yeah.
you gotta think like people don't go to university to be on camera. You
Yeah,
first
that's
have to
true.
be comfy and to go learn.
Yeah.
So people say no to me all the time. I'm not gonna be hurt by it. What hurts me though is when you say yes and then text me after a video.
That would piss me off. No.
It's
Oh no.
It's one of my
Those stuff
pet peeves.
hurt.
I would have said you already agreed to it. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not that desperate for views. So if they really want me to take it down,
Then
Yeah.
you take it
well,
down. Yeah.
It's,
Unless it's something that I know is like, okay, that actually might cause trouble for them, I'm gonna just take it out,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah.
But if it's like I asked you before a couple times and you're like, it's fine, like
yeah.
You already put it.
Like people think I just go up to them with a mic. I actually go up to them and be like, "Hey, do you want to be interviewed?"
Yeah.
Film the video. I'm like, "Do you want to see this before I post it?" Because sometimes people, they
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
different on camera. They look different on camera than they expect. That once that process is done, I'm like, okay, I can post it. If they text me, sometimes I'll send it to them after. If
Yeah.
they really want, like for example, like I did videos at Stampede. People were drunk, so I tried to get their contact and send it to them after. 'Cause
Yeah.
You never want any like.
Yeah.
I try to keep it funny but clean at the same time. If their responses are offensive, I usually am like, "Are you sure you want this up?" I find
Yeah.
it funny. but you might get in trouble for your boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, honestly, I gotta give like props to you for this because you started it just to like work on yourself, right?
Just for fun too.
Just for fun.
Yeah, and it kind of was like, oh, I could actually like be an influencer here, I guess, considerably.
Make it out the hood.
Yeah.
We gotta get out the hood.
I don't think I've been. Wait, you guys close to the hood?
Does Northeast count to the hood with you?
Yeah, that's where I live.
I don't really think so. I don't think there's like.
You're the first person to say that.
Yeah, everyone else like,
it's Calgary. There's not really a hood.
It's just dry.
Yeah, honestly.
I think it's a lot of people wanting to be considered tough. I don't. I personally just don't understand it. I live in Northwest, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in a clean area.
You're in the clean, rich area.
Like, toughest part of my life is my mom getting on me about my grades. Like,
Damn.
I'm pretty fortunate.
I wish.
Fair.
I'm pretty fortunate.
You know what?
No, that's good though. That's good. Yeah.
No,
I
don't like the people that like try to like.
It's good. It's good to have a mom that cares.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people in like my old high school. It wasn't even a bad high school or anything like that, right? And these guys did be acting so tough, like, oh, I got that blicky with me. Turns out Rose is living in a nice like 5-6 bedroom house room, like house, and then like
trust fund. Like why are you
his
trying to be?
His uncle got him his car. I'm just like, bro.
Literally, like, why are you flexing, stealing iPhones and selling the damn?
When you're privileged,
just buy it.
Literally, you have the money.
You live in New Brighton.
Literally.
Nah, New Brighton's crazy.
Okay, so what type?
My neighbor, literally.
What type of guys are you into then? Like, do you like those like tough guys?
No. Educated men.
Yes.
Thank you.
Men?
Like the tough guys that try to do all that, it kind of grosses me out a little bit.
It's an ick.
Yeah, like I just want a guy who's like nice and chill. Like, don't do too much, but just enough, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. Loud car guys are a no then, hey?
Oh, actually,
I hate them, especially when you're walking and then they just want to.
Personally, I love that because I want a loud car, so I'm okay with it.
It's so annoying.
That's the guy that matches your lifestyle.
Especially the ones that sound like gunshots. The
popcorn.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones. What?
Really?
I don't like
when
them.
they do it at East Parkade though. That's where I park. It scares the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
Getting shot.
Right? You're ducking.
Yeah.
At some point, you gotta get used to it.
Yeah, I respect the passion for cars, but
it's not your thing. Your thing's hockey, though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
How long have you been playing hockey?
I've been playing since I was like 5. Hockey's been my life. Like, because when I graduated, my final year community also happened. So like, that summer between high school and uni, I was very like sad.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't have anything to look forward to.
Yeah.
Right? Because when I was in high school and school, for example, I'd be like, yeah, if I study hard, I do well on my tests, like I get to go to hockey.
Yeah.
It's like my way of relieving stress.
What position do you play?
Center, right wing, so forward. I like center's both kind of defensive, offensive position, and now I just play drop in beer league where there aren't really positions.
That's cool.
It's just like wherever you need to be.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's the perfect way to blow off steam. I'm like in a Friday night league, so it's perfect.
But not MRU hockey team.
No, unfortunately not.
You should have joined.
I actually, you know what? I mean, I played not. Do you guys know what non-contact hockey is?
Oh, kind of.
Non-body checking. You gotta at least play hitting to try out for MRU. And I actually looked. I was like, could I try out just for fun to see how it is? And they're like, oh yeah, set in your highlights. Well, I don't have.
I don't have highlights.
I played community my whole life, so.
I know they have an intramural team though that just plays for fun here.
I was in interviews.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, but what's it called with the highlights per profile? Because before coming here, I'm not gonna lie, I knew nothing about hockey. Never knew a hockey guy in my life.
Stalked his page.
Nothing, right? And then when what's it called? I found out about like because they like if you play in hockey teams, there's like the player profile stuff. I found out about that, and I was like. That's a new avenue of stalking. I'm not going to use it, but someone's using it right there. Yeah. I was like, it gives everything. I'm just
it has everything on there.
That one's crazy. But it was actually interesting because I started to like watch some of the games, like Crow Child Classic.
Yeah.
That one was really fun. I'm not even going to lie. I was having like the time of my life.
I sold my ticket.
You sold it?
Yeah, people were willing to buy a lot.
How much?
So me and my friend, we sold 2 for... $120, I believe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because it was the day of the game. Everyone was looking for tickets. They're posting on it.
That's smart as hell.
Yeah, I said, here, take it. I got it for $5.
No, just watch it. Like, ask your friends to FaceTime you at that point.
No, they were desperate for tickets.
No, I posted like a hype video.
Yeah.
Everyone was commenting, selling tickets on my post, and I was like, some of these didn't even look legit.
Yeah.
Like, be careful, guys.
Yeah, don't get scammed.
Like, how did you like watching hockey?
Okay, because for me, like, I'm a contact sports girly. I used to play rugby for a couple of years before, like, I had the injury, so I couldn't play anymore, right? So I was like, when I started watching hockey and I'm like seeing like the moves and like how like I don't even know how to call it, like the flow.
Yeah.
The flow of it, it's really fast paced. It's like you have to keep an eye on not only the puck, but also on like the incoming players and those that are actually in the middle of it all. It's a lot of work, but like once you catch on to the pattern and how it's all moving, it's really fun to watch. It's like watching like a painting happen.
Right.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that. You know hockey more than me.
I do not know anything.
It sounds like it. I like the way you describe it as like an artwork painting. Because hockey's like a build up to goals, and it's just so exciting. Especially that Crochow Classic, like you get 14,000 fans in that building just screaming.
The beef between UFC and
it runs deep.
It runs deep. I was on the other side because my friends are from UFC, right?
Traitor.
All I heard. MRC, y'all suck ass. I'm just like, damn.
And then they call us cougars because that's our animal.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro.
You think I'm making the beef worse?
Keep doing your job.
Not really.
Yeah,
Keep
exactly.
repping MRU. I don't care.
When I filmed my Crochow Classic videos, I was a little tipsy.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, there was just one UFC student that was walking by, and I was like, just say the word. And then right after, I'm like, I'm just kidding. I don't fight. I'm skinny.
You know, okay, I gotta ask, what is like the hockey stereotypes though, like of like a hockey guy?
So,
because I don't think you follow it.
Yeah,
so
you don't
hard.
really seem like it.
well,
you're really
yeah,
nice.
Like, my character
Yeah,
is
first of
kind of
all.
more like hockey boy, like 50 birds on the roster, etc.
Yeah.
Like even calling girls birds isn't my thing. It's mainly to be funny, but yeah, I guess full on hockey boy would be, you know, you got the flow.
Yeah.
You're playing AAA hockey. You're just you're on elite prospects. You're texting girls. Even your voice.
You
is
have all
different.
these girls in your roster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that
that sucks.
But like, yeah, and they're just full of themselves too. Like I played house league from when I was like 7 to 10, so I'm like the perfect hockey boy to date in my opinion, because you know I can actually have a conversation.
Yeah,
if you're interested in your life, and you know
you're breaking the stereotypes.
More available too, right? More available, so.
Okay, apart from the stereotypes, now we gotta know the real you.
Yeah.
So a week or two ago, and also yesterday, we put up a story post asking viewers to ask you questions, not just about yourself, but also just your opinion on different things.
I'm excited.
A guy's perspective.
From your perspective. The first one, I'm not gonna lie, I giggled a little bit. Are you single?
Let the ladies know.
They're wondering.
I've seen someone.
Okay, guys, he's off the market.
It hasn't been for a long time, but I'm not talking to anyone else. I like this girl. So.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's loyal guy, guys.
Hopefully you guys are gonna go
Green
far.
flag.
Yeah, exactly. My view of it is like, you know, when you're attracted to girls, there's two things. A lot of them, obviously there's a lot of girls pretty, right? Like you guys are doing great. You guys look good. But then there's also the personality comes in, and I find that part a lot of girls struggle with.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, girls are confident, but some of them are just too like full of themselves, so you can't have a conversation. They can't show interest.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Like this one, I texted her on her birthday, wished her a happy birthday. That's kind of how we started talking. And then immediately after I wished her, she was like, "How are you?" I'm like, "You're asking how I'm doing on your birthday?"
Period.
Like, okay.
She said, "Yeah." She was waiting for you to send that.
I guess so. Yeah, she said she saw my videos. That was pretty funny, but she thought I was like full on hockey.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Going MRU dorm to dorm and playing pipe, but that's not
going
my
to
thing.
parties every week. Yeah.
Oh my.
I actually don't go out often. It looks like it, but every time I
You
go
seem
out,
pretty
I'm
calm though.
Yeah.
You seem really chill.
Oh, I know when to get fired up and not.
Yeah.
Still waking up.
That's
What is it, 11?
And then you know when to tone it down. That's good.
So
If you like a girl, is it obvious or like will you make it known?
Yeah, from the guy's
I think-
perspective, what happens?
I think it comes down to your personal confidence. Like some guys are just like, it almost is embarrassing to tell them that you like them. So for like before this one, I was kind of like afraid to even ask girls out sometimes. You think like even for a TikTok guy, but it's still nerve wracking. And
Yeah.
the biggest thing for me is like I want to know. Like I want to know if they like me, right? But the only way to do that is by asking. So like I'm done with talking stages. The talking
Period.
stage should
Me
happen on the dates when you go with them.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to go and talk to someone
For real.
for an hour or whatever it is, right? And texting, when you text too long, you get an idea of them. And then when you meet them, you're like,
it's not real.
Like the
I'm
way you
saying.
text, right? Because texting, you have time to reply. You can half swipe. You can think of an answer.
Yeah.
That's not actually who they are. So,
and then when it comes to texting though, how do you feel about late responses?
it would depend. Like if they're actually busy, okay, I understand. But late responses, like how late are we talking?
Like if you send something and you're busy, so maybe you responded like 4 hours late, and she responds like a whole 15 hours later, like stretching it out.
Yeah, if they're doing it on purpose, that's childish. That is. I put on waivers. It's not that hard to, you know, like.
Especially if you knew they were busy.
Yesterday, this girl I'm seeing, I was kind of busy. She hadn't heard from me in a while. And she was like, yeah, just let me know what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, that's not a hard thing to do. I honestly just forgot. And then it was funny. I was at hockey and I snapped her. Yeah. But it was sending, and I closed my phone, so I left her open for an hour. Ooh. And it was all good, but I was like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, could have got in trouble there.
That was good.
What's something girls assume about guys that isn't actually true?
Oh. That's a good question. I think
there's a lot.
I think a lot of girls assume that guys just want to, you know, have short-term fun. Yeah. I don't know if we can swear on here.
But that's usually what they're looking for.
Oh yeah, like I mean, when you're out at a club, both parties are like, you're not gonna meet your future wife at Cowboys most of the time. It's a fun club to be at. It's definitely not like. Yeah, but that's the thing I would say about guys is that a lot of girls think that they're. But it is hard to tell, right? Because a lot of guys are afraid to express their feelings, right? And we're also 20. We're starting, like, a lot of guys are starting to gamble and do all these other stuff. Like, I personally don't, but right, when you're 20, like, nothing's really set. Go have fun. I think the biggest thing is, like, both parties got to know if you want to do any of that stuff. Clear communication.
And also, like, the part where you're mentioning about, like, oh, you're meeting them at a club, like, that type of thing. I think the type of, like, relationship you end up having, it depends on how you, like, where you guys are meeting.
Guys always complain. They're like, yeah, like, all these girls are going, my girl or someone I'm trying to see is going out every weekend. Well, you entered into her life and that's what she wants to do right now. You're going to have to deal with that. But then if you don't like that, you just got to end it with her. Yeah. I mean, people are going to live their life the way they want. So let's say you meet Cowboys, like, they might be there every weekend, right? Like, when you're, like, my view on dating and stuff is that you should be adding to their life. You shouldn't, like, if you're losing the things you enjoy or that stuff's taken away, like, that's a problem, right? So
that's a smart way to think of it.
That's true.
Exactly. So is the term, or is being homosexual a thing actually platonic, or is there sometimes more going on? What do you think?
I just learned the word homosexual
today.
So, I mean, I think in high school I was more sus with the boys. Now it's
you matured.
Y'all are respectable with each other.
I guess so. I sometimes I'll do it, and I just find sometimes I'll be at the gym and I'll run to a guy and, like, this one guy smacked my butt and I was just like we're 20.
What's going on?
I just kind of laugh it off.
So random, like, bro.
No, sometimes I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Do you guys even know each other?
No, it's just a funny thing we do, but I don't think it's actually.
So, like, it doesn't make you uncomfortable or anything. It just is what it is.
I guess so. It doesn't really happen anymore. My friend group are pretty mature. Right?
That's good.
Like, I mean, you guys know about my brother?
You have a brother?
Who's your brother?
Bon Quan.
Bon Quan.
Yeah, his name's Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's a year and 3 months younger than me.
Okay.
But he was dating a girl that was going out every weekend.
Oh.
He eventually ended it because it was just a my brother's not very social. Like, he not a negative way, he's just not as extroverted as me. So.
Like, more of a homebody type
and that's like I'm very good with shy people because I've grown up with a brother who, you know, isn't yapping all the time. Usually I get to take that part. So.
You stole the spotlight.
Yeah, exactly. I'm used to it.
And then one of the last questions we got from our viewers is, aside from hockey, who is the real JJ Lutz?
I mean, I think I've kind of shared it already, but, like, I mean, I'm a marketing student right now in my third year, so social media is a bit of part of it. It's on my resume. I'm saying, you know, I practice promoting brands and stuff. I've done it basically on my own. I got a few buddies that help me film and stuff, but all the research and everything is mainly done by myself. And then who's the real JJ? It's good. Like, I'm very caring. I'm a funny guy. I don't... Like, there's not much to explain it, you know? Like, hockey is a huge part of my life. Like, I love... Like, when me and my buddies hang out, we're mainly playing sports. We're starting to go out more. Like, we're going to Toronto to watch a bunch of Blue Jays games.
Oh, that's cool.
My mom's side of the family's from there, so we go there every time.
You should do videos there for the content.
So, because we just signed... Do you guys follow baseball?
No, not really.
Oh, what?
Baseball.
Yeah.
I never watched baseball.
One of our best players just signed like a 14-year deal for $500 million.
Oh, wow.
Hey, what?
Damn.
But our team was trying to get that contract to happen for a very long time.
Yeah.
So we're really
That's
happy
cool.
So it's gonna be exciting to go watch and. But yeah, that's basically who I am, and that's why I like doing these podcasts, is because people only see like a 1 minute video.
Exactly.
Sometimes they do make judgments, which I understand. But I mean, anyone that's influenced by social media is just personally dumb.
You're slow, literally. That's the
Slow in the
thing.
head.
But I mean, when you're scrolling all day, you're more vulnerable to getting fooled by that stuff. And the other thing with social media is like it's helped me learn about not only my brain but other people's. And then when you're making these kind of videos for our age group, you know what people want to see, etc. So.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, when did you realize that like you can use the stuff that you're making as like part of like kind of like a launching pad for your career?
Yeah.
Like your portfolio and stuff.
Probably. You know what's funny is, so my first year uni is when I actually did it. So fresh 18-year-old, and that was like nerve-wracking because there was a class that came in and a guy asked me when the next video coming out in front of like 30 people.
Wow.
Inside, and they all looked at me. I was like, whoa, like 30 people are staring at me and I'm uncomfortable.
You famous.
The last video, the video I had posted had 50K, so it's kind of like that's how many people have seen my stuff. And then second year, I was at a bar and I was like, if my videos don't do well at the start of the semester, I'm just gonna quit because there's no effort. But they did really well, and I think it's probably second year on the new year. I was like, okay, let's try making a link tree. I made a YouTube channel, Instagram, kind of caught up. So that was kind of when it started to be like, okay, this is good. And then I think at the end of second year, I met a lady from Quench at an event at where I work, and she was like, yeah, like we take affiliates and I have like a little code to get Quench discount. I haven't made a sale yet.
You haven't yet?
No.
Promote it right now.
Put that promo in.
Put it
Code
in.
John Kwan, quenchhydration.ca, get 15% off. So.
Y'all
Got
hit it
any
here
other affiliates
first.
you need? You can just put that in.
No, honestly, that's the main one right now. There's another new street clothing brand for hockey called Gardo. They're international. They're very new, but I got like a little PR package.
That's so cool.
So I get to do my first PR package.
You might have to
I can't wait to get
contact
mine.
Beauty and fashion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some funny intro. I'd be like, okay, guys, this video's for the girlies here.
Yes.
Open my bag.
Shout out.
There's like this trend or like this new audio on TikTok. It's like, hi British Vogue, I'm Charlie XCX. Here's what's in my bag.
Oh.
That honestly, it could blow it up a
You
little
can
bit.
use my voice for it too. Do a little female voice. So might lose some viewers. Would you laugh at that, or would
I would laugh at it.
I do a little giggle.
Yeah, you do a little giggle and you'd be like, is he actually gonna do this the whole time?
That would be so funny. Yeah, it's cool to see like you're doing like I think where our show is right now. We're on our last episode, first season.
Season 1.
I looked at your profile and like one of your videos had 150 views.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty good for a pod.
Yeah.
And it's like it's starting off small, but it's like when we think back on it, we're like, wait, that's 150 people that like watched it. Like like at least up to like halfway, and we have long videos. Right?
Really? That's great.
So it's like even though like okay, compared to like all these other people, millions of views, thousands of views, right?
Yeah.
Even to you have like a lot, good amount,
I
right?
do. And the thing I'll say is my follower number pisses me off because I'll get 90%.
I'm saying that's like us.
So
only
90% of the viewers will be returning viewers.
Yeah.
And then 10% of the viewers will be my actual followers. So I got 90% of non-followers, 90% of returning viewers. So there's about like
I'm like, just like follow. It's not gonna hurt you.
I'm not offended by it because either way I'm reaching the audience I need to, right? So it and I think there's a movement in social media where like followers don't matter as much.
They really don't.
It's more about likes and views now.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, you were doing some social media.
Yeah.
Have any of your videos blown up?
I got like 2,000 views on them.
Okay.
But like, we're still trying to get it up there.
I noticed though that what's it called? If you make like really, really satire, jokey stuff, that's where you get the views.
Yes.
Because I've had on my TikTok page, I will never call myself an influencer. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not
She
that.
is though.
But
working your way up.
But like on some of my TikToks, right? I'll just do like a little one that's like a tiny little joke to myself, and I'm like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. The next day, it blows up. Like, let me pull up one.
What's the most amount of views you've gotten?
Yeah. Okay, I'm just trying to pull it up right now. I got.
Getting big time here on the pod.
Yeah.
Big time. Can all those viewers come over here, please?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely promote you guys.
352.2K.
Wow.
Casual.
Yeah.
And it was just like a funny video, hey?
And it was just like a simple one about like, I think I was just talking about like insults or something like that. It was like, you know, like the light work, no reaction thing?
Yeah.
I was doing a light work, no reaction,
no
with, like,
reaction.
insults, and then all of a sudden, boom.
It blew up.
Think about like that rush when you're getting like 100 likes per second.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did you feel when you were getting that many?
I was like, I'm famous.
Because when my first video blew up, I couldn't fall asleep. I was way too. I almost got like addicted to the likes.
Yeah, you want to keep refreshing and looking.
Right?
Yeah,
it's a great feeling.
Yeah, I know that.
But then it's like when you post the next one and it gets like what 900 or like 150. You're like,
you get humbled.
You're like, did I fall off?
Where did it happen?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. Okay, so that's all the questions that our viewers had for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
But like let's just like run it back a little bit about what we already talked about a bit on the Hot Take Hotline and then earlier on. Are guys and girls really all that different?
I think everyone as humans wants to be loved and cared for.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes in different ways, but I mean some guys are. It just depends on the guys and the girls too. Like some guys and girls aren't as lovey-dovey. They're they take a while to come around kind of thing, and then you get other guys that are more social energy balls and stuff. But I think I don't know if there's really a main difference, but I think guys complain. I think we just complain too much as a generation. Like the bar for like dating, as we talked about, is insanely high.
Even like there's the point of like what's it called? You know, in like elementary when you're like men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
I've never heard it.
You never heard of it?
It's an
actual book. It's an actual like
it's an
they
actual
literally
book?
turned it into a book where it's like they're basically like. I don't know how it is for you, but like I've heard a lot of people being like, "Oh, girls and guys are just different.
They're so different.
The way they have friends are different. The way they talk are different.
Absolutely.
The way like there are differences, but at the end of the day, we're still humans."
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Right?
You guys yap way more, right? Like
We do.
when you guys are making plans. What's that group chat like?
It's full of so much.
It's full of so much.
I don't want to comment. No comment.
From clothes to the schedule to
who's
what,
coming.
Literally.
Oh, the outfit planning at the end.
Yes.
Show you on top.
Oh
Right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's always fun when you guys
Do
like,
guys
group
do that?
FaceTime.
Like, do you guys try
No,
to...
me and my buddies are like, yo, you want to go to a bar and watch Flames game? They either say they can or they can't.
That's it.
That's
yeah,
it.
no,
So
that's literally
simple,
it. Yeah.
no.
So, like planning rides and that thing
Quick
too.
and
But
easy.
yeah, no, nothing serious. I mean, obviously, if we're planning trips and stuff, that's way more.
Yeah.
But, like we usually just do that in person, but not a lot of yapping goes on. And when we're talking, we're mainly talking sports and careers and
That's
that
fair.
kind of thing.
That's
like
fair.
we don't do a lot of. Like, I feel like ladies gossip a bit more. Is that a hot take? Or not?
Like,
I'm
you're not wrong.
No,
you're looking
I,
wrong.
I've met some guys that gossip so much. They gossip
Guys
more
also
than me.
gossip a lot.
Actually, yeah, that's true. I feel like
do.
some guys
They just
gossip
hide
way more
it.
than girls, to be honest.
They just hide
like,
it.
they just love the drama.
Yeah, I can't stand the guys that love the drama. Like, I don't, just talking shit's a waste of time. I mean, when you're
real.
gossiping with your friends and you're like, sometimes you're shit talking the guys you play against in hockey and that kind of thing, obviously. But I'm not like full on like, yeah, Jimmy's a dick. You know, he just like we don't do that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. But how do you feel like that kind of like translate into like a guy and girl being friend? Because like if you're saying on this side, the guys are more just like straightforward with their stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like lighter with their things, and then girls are all about like getting deep into things. Like,
Yeah,
how do you feel?
Guys are more to the point, I think. And then I guess for girls they yap more, and like even like sometimes this girl I've been seeing, like when she tells me a story, she's going on for a while. I'm like, in my head I'm like, you know what? She probably could have just told me that story in a minute, but she went on.
Because the details.
Because she likes you and the details matter.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it too. It's good to listen. I'm usually filming yapping anyway, so.
I feel like, you know, it's her time.
Right? Even like my brother's very shy, and I think especially my second year when my videos were starting to pop off, when I was talking about it a lot, because it's an addicting feeling.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
So when my brother's like, dude, like, do you have anything else to talk about here? Like,
He was over it.
your average watch time on this MRU interview video, so I get it.
I actually have a question for you. This is one thing I've always wondered about guys. Whenever you send them like 4 text messages, why is it that they only respond to like 1 or 2?
They choose to like the
Yeah.
most
What's up
recent
with
text.
that?
Yeah, ladies, you can't send the books to them, especially texts.
Just
Call 'em.
respond.
Call 'em.
Well, what
Just
if I don't
call 'em.
want to?
Yeah, don't send them a book. It's like
Yeah.
It's like 4 texts though.
yeah, but 4 texts. Well, like 4 texts of like paragraphs.
No,
Or
just
just 4?
like
Oh.
like just little things.
I'm a respond to everything guy.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, that's
good. He's a green flag, y'all.
Bro's going on about the Shakespeare thing. Like, bro, I can't be with the poet.
The guys watching, like, take some notes here. Come on.
Yes, take some notes, y'all.
Because I'm the kind of girl, I can't send everything in one text message, like one paragraph. I send like a lot.
They're not going to read it.
That's what annoys me. So I don't respond to you back until you respond to everything I said because we're not done.
That. And if a guy honestly isn't replying to every single text, he's probably not as interested as you think, hey?
Probably.
Clock it.
Or maybe they're more interested in person. They just aren't texters. Some guys are like that.
That's fair.
That's why you gotta have like a mix between.
But then if you're like that, they should initiate the calling or like meeting up.
Put me on. Do you guys have a roster right now?
No,
not right now.
We're not putting ourselves on
at the
blast.
beginning of the year.
Sorry.
Spill the tea. At the beginning of the year, but not anymore.
Okay.
He was doing too much.
My view of it is like if you're single, like talk to more than one girl, for God's sakes, boys and girls. Talk to more people than one. If you get attached to someone,
it's not healthy.
It's so annoying.
Because then when things don't go your way,
that's all you think about.
You're gonna be heartbroken.
Exactly. You're gonna be upset.
I'm gonna start seeing like a black aura go around you once that one girl stops talking to you.
And then you're gonna start seeing stuff everywhere that reminds you of that person, and you're not gonna be able to forget them.
You shouldn't get that attached to someone when you text them. But that's like loneliness and stuff, right? That's in our generation, like when you want a relationship that bad, as soon as one thing goes right, you're like, oh, this could go well, but you gotta like, unfortunately, you gotta be patient.
Yeah, you just gotta sit back and let it happen.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a little bit of like a delusion that goes on. Like actually, there's a lot of bit of delusion, especially from girls' ends, right?
We're so delusional.
To be honest, it's fun.
We're manifesting it.
Period. Speak it into existence.
Yep.
I like to consider myself, I'm delusional with reason.
Okay.
Not like
I'm
stupid delusional.
Girl math?
Girl math. You get it.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, for me, I don't do rosters because like obviously because I'm someone that's like really social. I love talking to people. I love just getting to know people, right?
I can tell.
Right.
She's a yapper.
Right? I love just getting to know people as they are, right? And sometimes it comes off confusing to them, right? So like I'm just like, until I like get to know them to the point where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll invest in this. Like everyone's my friend.
Yeah.
You're just my friend.
Stop being yourself.
Yay.
Absolutely.
And then with the delusion, I'm like, how do I want to out myself on this?
Girl,
okay.
let it all out. It's a safe space. Yeah, you gotta own it.
What's it called? Like, if like, what's it called? The most recent person that like I was talking to or whatever, I feel so bad for my friend. She had to hear me go through this like every other day. Like when like we'll be talking and then like we'll have like a really good like date or really good interaction or something like that. And I'll be going off to her about it. I'm like, I noticed this about him. Oh my gosh, in the future he's gonna be like the right? But then after a while, I'm like, you know what? Those are good qualities, but it doesn't guarantee anything. Like, let me just appreciate it in the moment for what it is. Like, I'm glad to see that, right?
That's a really healthy mindset.
But then, like, in the beginning, like when I first noticed the things, I'm like, oh my gosh, like they're so amazing.
Honeymoon stage,
right? And then I have to humble myself 5 minutes later. Yeah, it's not fun.
You definitely gotta get to know them more and see what they are in different situations.
That's true.
Does that count as a red flag, guys?
I don't think so. No.
I think it's good that you're like excited. You should. The whole point is to be happy.
Exactly. You're just having fun, but you're still realistic. It's not like you're doing anything crazy.
Yeah.
You obviously, I mean, you don't want to shut yourself down and be like, oh yeah, but like I'm liking him too much right now. No, be excited. It's good to feel those things. I find, especially social media, makes you like want to avoid that stuff. And then you get social media where they show like a minute of someone's relationship. You're like, oh my God, why don't we have that? Well, that's because they plan to put a camera in front of them. They're saying, hey, come and hug me in this scene and then I'll post it.
When you think about how they actually prepared to do that, I'm just like, it makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Hey? I mean, it works. You get like some relationship.
It does.
With, like, millions of followers. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
that's
God.
true.
But I have a question for JJ. Do guys be getting like excited? Like, for example, us girls, let's say a guy texts you or like views your story that you like, we get excited. Do guys get that same feeling?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Like if a girl hearts your story or something.
Liking stories. I think I had one buddy who would post something when a girlie like it, but like, personally for me, like posting stories for one person to like just
that's crazy.
Ask them out or something.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be waiting for someone to like your story to figure it out. But Yeah, it's a thing, and I guess like you'll get excited when like if you ask a girl and she says yes, you're like you're doing a little heartbreaker Sally on the ice and that kind of thing. So.
I had this one guy that I was talking to a while ago. Every time we would start talking again, because we were like on and off. He's blocked now, so it's never going to be
period.
on.
Girl.
Yes.
Period.
But like every time he would follow me again, he would always post something on his story with like his back or like just him flexing. He would always be shirtless every time on his story.
F-boy, that's such an ick.
And then he'd message me, "Hey, how are you?"
Guys?
That is an ick.
That's just funny.
I feel like if you're
personal.
I
don't know. He had nice hair.
Because we know you're trying to get our attention.
But it's like kind of like once you're in the gym, like the thing is, you kind of like. Sometimes I kind of don't see it as like it's showing off, kind of.
Okay,
right?
You're in the gym.
Progress. Like you worked hard for that, you know. Like you're just like point. It's fine.
That's not my personal thing.
I don't care.
Yeah, do it. I'm
do whatever you want.
For supporting men's rights and wrongs.
Exactly.
What do you say are like your icks or red flags?
Oh yeah.
Girls?
Yeah, and girls, let us know.
Oh, it's ungratefulness.
Ungratefulness.
So I just find the girls are like setting the expectations really high. Like,
give us examples.
Like, what are your thoughts on guys getting flowers for girls? Like, you guys appreciate that, right?
I like that.
Like every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's good. That's really nice.
Is that your view?
If it's I don't expect every.
I won't expect it, but that would be nice.
If they choose to,
I want flowers a lot, so I low key would.
Yeah, I find sometimes that the like girls set the bar too high, and there's like, I mean, we're 20. I don't see a lot of dating, but one of my buddies was dating a girl, and the way she would repost, like she just repost things complaining about the relationship instead of like even saying it to him.
Well, that's unfair.
That's mean.
Yeah.
No, it was frustrating to see, right? And I mean, it goes both ways. But like a lot of guys are complaining that every girl is evil in the world, but at the same time they're going to clubs and stuff. Like they're barking up that tree. And I mean, I think it's a lot of complaining from both ways, and I just even like I don't have a lot of research on it on like girls complaining stuff, because right now the girl I'm seeing doesn't she just doesn't care about this stuff. She's more about like just who I am as a person. So it's nice.
I hope y'all make it out. Oh my god, y'all are so cute.
She is the purest person out there from how
for real.
It's been good so far.
That's good.
That's so cute.
And then like I can be myself around her. This is like one of the first girls where I don't have to like think that she actually liked me. Like she's kind of know, right? Like we're not in a relationship yet, because I won't say how long it's been, but it's still pretty early. But it feels like it's going that way. We'll see.
That's nice.
So.
What were some of the green flags you noticed when you started talking to her?
Well, she's just interested in my life. It's a really weird thing, but she was just like, she's curious about like how I started my videos and my life, and like she was like when she met my brother and family for the first time, because we like hanging out at my house and stuff, and like she just actually was interested. She would talk to them and be respectful kind of thing. So that like she's just a normal human, and she's nice to the people around her too. A good friend group. It's like and she has been through some stuff when she was younger, and that's one of the things, is that she's like a pretty strong woman for, like she's gone through some things that not every 20-year-old should be going through. I won't say what it is, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
She's a strong person.
Really nice.
It's good you can recognize that.
Exactly.
That's good.
So,
But all right, guys, let's change the topic. We're gonna get into our catching cases segment.
Am I gonna be in like a jail with like a lot of like ghetto people?
You're in jail.
Order in the court.
So for today's catching cases, we're going to be talking about the live Disney action Snow White. From the casting controversies to the political disputes and the on-set tensions. So what have you guys heard about this movie, The Snow White?
I've just heard that it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone...
the live action.
Oh, it came out?
It's been out.
has it been? I think I saw a trailer for it once, but I barely.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I've seen clips of it, but it already doesn't look very good.
But I've seen a lot of TikToks, like people are... Like they're showing clips of the actor who plays Snow White, Rachel, and like the things she would say, like she didn't even like being the princess. I'm like, I don't know why they would cast her for this.
Yeah, there was an interview like a while back before when they were still promoting the movie, and she was like, I'm only here for the paycheck. Like, I don't care.
Like, girl.
She literally, like, she had no media training. None at all.
Yo,
And she was Snow White, so...
And people are just saying the movie is just terrible. Like, it's so ass. It doesn't even...
I'm probably going to have to search this up. I don't know who the actor was for it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Rachel
was in,
Ziegler. Oh, have you watched what is it? Hunger Games, the newest movie?
No.
Okay. She was in that.
Yeah, unfortunately. Let's see. Rachel Zeg.
Do you like Harry Potter?
Zegler.
My mom's into it, so I've seen
Ziegler.
Who's that ginger guy in Harry
Ron
Potter?
Weasley.
Oh, do I look like him?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
One of the Weasley brothers.
one of the brothers.
I think I'm a little more cleaned up than Ron, hey?
You are.
But yeah, so what was going on with that? You want to give us a little info?
Yeah, so basically Rachel Ziegler, she's like pro-Palestine and everything, and her the actor who plays the evil stepmother, she's Israel, so that caused tensions on set for them. And then it was just also, people were saying her attitude on set was like really bad, and a lot of people were upset that they didn't cast a white woman because the actor that plays her, she's like Colombian descent. And Snow White's like depicted as skin white as snow and things like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, isn't Disney like already doing their thing where it's like the newer movies and stuff are like not really following race and stuff? Like Eric, the Little Mermaid.
I feel like when they did that. Okay, she's a fish. The race doesn't matter for that. But I feel like the princesses, they gotta stay
the same.
Yeah, the same race. Yeah.
I just feel like the movie was terrible.
Yeah.
Like that was like the one thing they could have done.
You just hated the movie.
And now Disney's like losing like $115 million because of this, because no one's watching it.
No one wants to watch it. No one wants to buy tickets.
Okay, so from your perspective, because you know nothing about this, right?
Yeah,
First time.
I'm like a sponge right now. I'm just taking everything in.
What did you learn in these last 5 minutes of what we were talking about?
Snow White.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's, sounds like she's kind of a rude actor.
Yeah.
I feel like she's very forward.
Yeah.
She's very entitled to.
Opinions. So.
Yeah.
I don't really follow the Disney politics, so.
That's fair.
Really
and Disney has also like stopped her. You know, like when movies come out, the actors have to go like do different type of interviews for different shows.
Runs.
Yeah, they canceled her. Yeah, she's done.
I thought they would just get her some media training. They could have like spun it around or something.
And now she's trying to like sue them.
I feel like I feel like if you're hiring an actor, you want them to actually be passionate about it more.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Not just there for the paycheck, not just there for the screen time.
But also the thing is, you're an actor. You can act like you care about it.
But she didn't.
Exactly. Like, could have just done that.
Right? Because I think like now, like a lot of drama that we see with like celebrities and actors and stuff, right? It comes from like the dissonance between the characters that they play and then who they actually are as people, right? So like people have a harder time separating like the actor from the person, right? Like in this case, Snow White, like the idea we have of like Snow White and and people who work for Disney is like way different than like how Rachel Zegler actually is.
And
that's
like, true.
I think that's one thing that like us as people need to like get out of their heads. That's like, you know, it's not everywhere is the same. Even within one person, there's differences or there's like contradictions within a person themselves.
Exactly. Right? Like you need to be able to separate the character from the actual actor. They like to live their lives too.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they're losing so much money.
They are. And Disney has paused the Tangled live action because they were supposed to make it, but now they paused it because of this.
Probably because they would get more hate.
Do y'all think like Disney is low-key like on its downfall?
Yes, because they're trying to be more like modern by like bringing more races, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
they're making all their movies like real version now. Like, instead of cartoons.
Which is fine, but I feel like they could just do it differently. Like it's just not as nostalgic as like what we used to watch when we were younger. Like the vibes are just not the same.
When was the last time they actually made like a new movie and script? What was their like?
I'm not even sure.
Tangled or Snow White.
Wasn't it like Moana or something?
Yeah, Moana 2 just came out.
It did just come out, yeah.
They got that, but also it's like, I don't know. I just feel like they need
and
to
then
switch
the
it up.
Lion King too.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
Yeah.
That
Okay, I
one's
haven't
another
seen it
remake,
yet.
right? Like,
It was like continuing.
Yeah, it was number 2.
Wait, I thought it was of the dad's story.
Yeah, it was.
His childhood.
But it's still like a continue. It's still like a continuing of the same story.
That's true.
Like what? No, okay. If Disney was like, okay, best ideas, we make a new series, new stuff. What would you guys want to see them do?
A new Disney princess, maybe?
Disney marketing?
Yeah, you're a marketing major. You got to help with this.
I mean, I never really thought about making movies, but I
or like, how would you rebrand them?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
No one that's trying to hire me watch this pod because I'm.
If it's good enough, I'll make sure they see it.
Yeah. I just don't follow Disney enough to know what they're missing. Like, what do you guys think is missing right now?
I feel like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's why I know.
We just need Walt Disney back.
Yeah, we just need something else.
We need to bring back to life. They're ruining his company.
Well, I haven't seen a Mickey Mouse movie in a while.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
There used to be so many versions of Mickey Mouse.
There's like, I'm sorry. There's like these memes that like I keep on seeing. You know how it's like you know, like the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Right. How there's some memes. It'll be like, Mickey Mouse found dead in a quarter of an hour. I like in every single altercation that there is. Like, please.
Disney should do something like that. Just have fun with it, bro.
Have fun.
Just have some fun. Be
Inside
creative.
Out 2 was good. I like that one.
Yeah, Inside Out was good.
There's a little hockey in there too. So.
Oh yeah.
I wish they showed more though.
Yeah, Riley's nasty at hockey.
Oh, period.
I wanted to see more of her life though outside of hockey. Like it was good, but I want to see more.
No, I wanted to see more outside of her brain.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see her life. But yeah.
I couldn't watch it because I felt like that anxiety character would have annoyed me a lot, to be honest.
He pissed me off. He pissed me off.
Yup.
I mean, isn't that the point?
I guess, but like, I want to watch a movie for enjoyment. I don't want to be annoyed every 2 seconds.
They were trying to make awareness of anxiety, how kids get.
Oh, that's true. That's a good perspective.
Yeah, that's kind of like, so I feel like especially like for parents that saw that movie, it'd probably help them understand a bit more. For girls
that's
that
good.
Anxious, change on the fly.
See, that's something that Disney's doing right.
Yeah.
That's something they're doing right.
Putting on mental health, and they always have good themes, I find. So
exactly, yeah.
If there's I think like if we're thinking like Disney should try to make some movie where they're showing like teenage ages and the way that they use their phones now and stuff.
Yeah,
maybe
that would be good.
Something where you get addicted to your phone and guy overcomes it or something. That kind of thing.
Or like
I would like to see that.
Or we should also bring back like the way they used to do like movies and shows in the 2000s. I love that.
Yeah. The 2000s had the best movies, guys.
I always rewatch everything.
Right, Mean Girls.
What did you like the most about it?
Everything.
Just how real it was.
Everyone was acting different.
The vibes.
The vibes. It was just different.
Yeah.
Like I loved it.
Well, I feel like movies today are just so perfectionist, right?
Yeah. They're scared to make jokes. They're scared of getting canceled, and I'm like,
and I feel like it's oversaturated.
Like White Chicks
like,
would not last if it came out today.
That's my favorite movie, bro. I love that.
Right.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna head on to our last segment of today's show, and it's a story time.
Alrighty, for all my girls in long-term relationships, just like me, I know this story time is gonna hurt you. It's gonna feel like a gut punch because that's what it's felt like to me. So let's get into it. This story comes from Reddit. It was posted August 4th, 2023 on an account called True Off My Chest. So let's get into it. Me, 24 female, have been dating my boyfriend Andrew, 26 male, for 5 years now. We've had a healthy and stable relationship up until today. Andrew has always been a prankster and makes jokes with me all the time, and I do it to him too. But today he took it way too far. In the morning, he woke me up at 7 a.m. and told me to wake up because he wanted to take me to the spa. I was pretty surprised because it wasn't a special day or anything, but I was all in for it. At the spa, he told me how he wanted to go to a fancy restaurant after we were done at the spa and that he was paying. Of course, I agreed as we hadn't been out together in a long, long time. First red flag. Anyways, we then got to the restaurant. We had a beautiful and romantic dinner and just a nice time in general. We were talking about a house we were planning to move into and chit-chatted about other stuff too. After around 40 minutes, Andrew stood up and got on his knees and took out a box out of his pocket. My heart stopped beating. I hadn't even predicted this. We have never talked about proposal before, but I always thought it was a great time now. He did a speech about how I was the most beautiful girl in the world and how he wanted to live with me forever and ended with, "Will you marry me, my princess?" Of course, I said yes. Seconds later, all that excitement turned into horror. He opened the small box I expected he put the ring in, and in it was a note saying, "You've been pranked." And Andrew started laughing hysterically. He continued with, "This was just a prank. I'm not ready at all to marry you yet." He was leaning in to hug me, but I gave him the biggest slap ever with tears streaming down my face. I just told him we're over. I'm now sitting in my bed crying and writing this, and I don't know what to do. He's been texting and calling me, but I haven't responded because I feel so sad, betrayed, and mostly angry. I thought this was going to be one of the best days of my life. What should I do?
I think
First
he did
of
the
all,
right
that's
thing.
so mean.
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Was
God.
the date of this April 1st?
No comment.
Who cares if it's April 1st? That's still mean.
Yeah.
That is. Like,
It doesn't
you got
matter.
Hopes up and everything.
The
She
whole
literally
speech.
cried.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit too far.
That's way too far.
And didn't he
5
say
years
at
is
the
a
end that
long.
he said he wouldn't marry her right now? Like, that's the first time they
Yeah.
talked
Yeah,
about
he
it.
was like, he's nowhere near it. He's like,
That's
If they hadn't
mean.
talked about it yet and then he pulled that out, I feel like that's too far.
Yeah.
And 5 years down the drain, like that's a lot.
They were together for
Like I
so
would
long,
expect it too.
She actually, like, broke up with him because of it, though. Eh?
Yeah.
there is an
That's
update, so we
justified.
will get to that actually. But I'm just like, that's something that's not even a prank at that point. It's like a literal slap to the face.
Yeah.
Literally, you went
at
out
that
your way to
point.
do all of that.
Faking a proposal is crazy. I know some people do it to get free drinks at bars, but that happens when both parties know what's going on. But when it's one person and the other person doesn't know, that's just so mean, especially in a 5-year relationship.
Like, it's kind of like the equivalent of, like, you know how some people give, like, the shut up ring? Like, after they've been together for a long time, like, they didn't really mean it, or, like, they just want it, like, you know, like, they're just like, yeah, here you
Just like,
go.
so you stop asking, here you go.
Like, it's like to get them to stop asking, because like with that proposal and then how he's like asked her, yeah, I'm nowhere near it. It's like basically the same way as him being like, yeah, you know what, like I don't even really want it, like let's just stay how we are, right?
What would you do if that was like your friend and he did that?
If my buddy did that, well, you probably would have told me before he did.
Yeah.
I'd be like, it would depend on the girl, because if they've been together for 5 years, I would know her.
Yeah.
I would know who she is. But it sounds to me like they were both pranking each other. So as a dude looking out for this guy, it sounds to me like he just was kind of, I guess, emotionally immature and didn't think about
the
like,
consequences.
Like getting, like, I feel like girls getting proposed to is like,
it's a
their
big
biggest-
deal.
Like, it's almost like their biggest
They
dream.
dream about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine it? So
Exactly.
Where do you personally draw the line between like a little joke between your girlfriend and like emotionally playing with them?
yeah, do we know what pranks they've been pulling on each other?
No. But it
Nothing
seems
of
like
this magnitude, to be honest.
Yeah,
if
it
she
just
had
seems
that
like they had small
reaction.
things.
No, I definitely feel like that was a bit messed up. I personally don't think I would try that
But like,
outside.
is it ever okay to test your partner's reaction to something serious like a proposal?
I feel, have you guys seen The Office?
Yeah.
Do you
Yes.
remember when Jim and Pam are walking down the sidewalk and Jim gets on knees and like,
Yeah.
"Can I tie my shoe?" Like
And she
that.
thinks like that.
That's
yeah.
what he should have done.
Yeah, exactly.
That's harmless.
That was like funny.
Meant to be a relationship advisor here, ladies.
I know. I'm like, why haven't you done this before yet?
Literally.
Please. Like, I think
You're
you're
gonna come on again. We got
you're on a different level of maturity, and I'm
Yeah,
just
I
like,
like that.
20 years
appreciate it.
old. I've
For
never heard a
20.
guy like you.
They're literally-
Really?
Your mindset, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of guys your age are
Yeah, I mean,
At
I've been well
20.
raised, so I got some pretty
good.
solid parents.
you owe all to your mom and papa.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom and dad. And yeah, I guess I
That's
don't
good.
I don't know where I learned it. My parents have a really healthy relationship too, so
That's
helps a
good.
lot.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
What does a prank like this say about how much someone respects their partner? How do you guys feel about that?
I feel like
I honestly think he just overlooked it. I don't think it's a respect thing. I think he was just trying to be funny, and
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I don't
And it
think
just
he
didn't
thought of the
land.
risk.
I know I got buddies that have done things to try to be funny and they've pissed me off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But do you guys want to hear what happened after?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Update.
So it was about like a couple weeks after, and she was like, oh, there's 2 updates. So she cried for a lot of it, and then she broke up with him and decided to call him. And she told him that it was over and she didn't want to be together with someone after 5 years who still isn't ready for marriage and will make a big joke about it. So she was looking for new places to be, and she tried to block his family because his family kept on calling and blowing up her phone and telling her how selfish she was and how she couldn't handle a simple joke.
I'm glad she left like that. Mm-hmm. Imagine if she actually married into that family. Like,
Jesus Christ, she would it would have been hell for her.
Right? That's crazy.
And then I'll give this last update, and then we're going to wrap up today's show.
Okay.
So the last one is that they had constant fights and then officially broken it off. She's gotten lawyers involved, but it's still going to take quite a while to get everything settled out. The biggest incident since the last time she posted was that her ex's mom saw her in a mall and full on screamed at her in public.
That's kind of the answer right there. Right?
Yeah.
It goes from a simple joke, and then she finds out who her
the true colors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're dating someone for 5 years, they should have already like touched the topic of like marriage and seeing like where his head's at, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It gets to a point. It gets to a point.
It really does. Goddamn.
Do you guys watch a lot of like reality TV?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love The Real Housewives.
Love is Blind, Love Island. What else is there? Yeah, The Real Housewives is good
Beverly Hills.
I was on Too Hot to Handle wagon.
Really?
It was actually pretty funny.
Ooh, it wasn't bad, yeah.
Yeah, I just find I feel like some of it's kind of staged, but
it is
100%.
Because there's no way you guys are getting paid not to touch each other, and they're just trying to.
Wait, isn't one of the couples still together?
Yeah.
Emily and Kim.
They have a kid together and they're so cute.
He's so adorable. They're so cute. I love them.
I don't remember that stuff. I just remember watching the drama. And
Yeah.
every time they would like make you wait 10 minutes for Lana to say whatever the punishment was.
I just skipped forward of like hurry up.
Yeah.
They're like the show is just for the drama, literally. Just for the drama.
Alright guys, as we wrap up today's episode, I just want to take a moment to say a huge thank you to JJ, our incredible guest, for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure having you on the show, and we're so grateful for the insights and stories you've shared with us. And of course, to all of you listening, thank you so much for being a part of the first season of Pop Culture and Bringing Things. Your support has been absolutely amazing, and we couldn't have done anything without all of you. Also guys, don't forget that there's still time to enter a giveaway if you haven't done that so yet. Make sure to get your entries on Instagram before it's too late, because you guys don't want to miss out. We have some amazing prizes for you. Again, thank you to our guests and to everyone tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for more great episodes.